Hi, this is Bennie Naude. Here's another short EFT tapping video to help you release any sense of confusion. Now, around COVID, there's so much conflicting information out there that it's not surprising that some of us are confused. The thing with confusion is it often leads to a state of indecisiveness, powerlessness, hopelessness, fear of making the wrong decision, and none of these stressful emotions are helping your immune system. Now the technique is very simple. We're going to tap on certain points. We're going to take a look at what you are confused about, release some of those emotions so that you can feel more relaxed and more clear and decisive about what the next steps are for you. If you want to know more about the science and the research of EFT tapping, look up the works of Drs. Dawson Church, David Feinstein, and Dr. Peter Stapleton in Australia. Okay, very simple. Tapping on the side of the hand. Just check inside how much confusion you actually have about COVID. Maybe you're confused about the vaccinations, confused about all the other preventative suggestions, recipes that are out there. You might be confused about what the best is for you and your children, or confused about something else. So tapping on the side of the hand, say, even though I'm confused about, and complete the sentence in as much detail as you can. I accept myself and how I feel. Even though I feel this COVID confusion, I accept myself and how I feel. Even though I feel this COVID confusion about, I accept myself and how I feel. And I choose to treat myself with kindness. Top of the head, all this COVID confusion about, complete the sentence as specifically as you can. All my COVID confusion about. I said this when we did the tapping, and you can just keep tapping while we talk. I did say this in the tapping that we did about grief, that sometimes we feel emotions of other people. We think it's all our own, when sometimes we pick up on the collective feeling. And there is, in my experience, from what I can see, a whole lot of confusion out in the world. And confusion, as we said before, leads to various emotions. Also, fear is one of them. Fear of having to make the right decision. What is right, what's wrong, who's telling the truth, who's lying. And again, none of those states of stress are helping your immune system in any way, shape, or form. So tapping under the arms, all this confusion in the world about COVID. The other thing with confusion, of course, is people start becoming righteous about it because they think they know the truth. Now, it might be that you think that you know the truth. Of course, the truth that you know is from your perspective. It's not right or wrong. It's simply your perspective based on the data that you have to your disposal. So often with confusion also comes conflict. So under the nose, all this COVID confusion. Some people say this. Some people say that. Some people say the research is genuine, and some say it's a hoax. Some say Bill Gates did this, and some say it came about in another way. All this confusion about COVID. All my confusion about COVID. All this pressure of having to make the right decision. All this fear of being wrong. All my confusion about COVID. Hand on the heart, deep breath in, slow breath out. So check inside yourself, notice the confusion, what might be left, there might be a bit more space around it, or maybe some more confusion has come up. So let's do another round. Even though I'm still confused about COVID, I accept myself and how I feel, and I choose to treat myself with kindness. It is hard to know who to believe. Top of the head, all this COVID confusion. It's really hard to know who to believe. Some people say I can trust the science. Some say it's a hoax. All this confusion about COVID. Should I get the vaccination or not? Should I have my children vaccinated or not? All this COVID confusion. I wonder if there's another way of looking at this. A hand on the heart, deep breath in, slow breath out. Okay, so let's start tapping into possibility of you actually getting clarity inside yourself about what the next steps are for you. Side of the hand. Even though I have been feeling this confusion, I choose to somehow know what's right for me. Even though I feel this COVID confusion, I'm not sure what to do and who's right and who's wrong. I accept that's the way I've been feeling. And I choose to somehow know exactly what's right for me for now. All this COVID confusion. What if I knew what was right for me for now? The other reason, of course, why we sometimes feel confused is we think we have to make a decision forever, when in fact it's just a decision for now. Now, of course, also with COVID, the decision for now might lead to death, illness, disease, loss, all that stuff. That's all true. Under the nose, I somehow choose to know what I need to do now. On the chin point, I'd like to release this confusion and trust my intuition about what's right for me for now. Under the arm, all this remaining COVID confusion. Top of the head, choosing clarity. Taking back my power. Releasing all confusion. What if I did know what was right for me for now? Releasing anything that's in the way of me knowing. Finding it somehow easy to make a decision about this. And releasing others from having to think the same way. Under the arm, releasing all this remaining COVID confusion. Hand on the heart, deep breath in. Slow breath out. So just check the balance you have between confusion and clarity. If you don't feel clear yet on exactly what your next steps are for now, rewind the tapping or do some tapping on your own, and also check out the other videos in the series. Please feel free to share this with anybody that you think it might find it of use.